What's going on, YouTubeites? This is your man TiVo. Welcome to the weekly quest of how many lords does it take to count to 10. Tonight we got a nice number. It's 4. Well, maybe 3.5. We'll see how much Ryan gives us. So let's get right to it, boys.
I'm a half.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my god.
Hold on and get some, boys.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard. Laugh it up, fuzzball.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is In this, you shall know that the Lord is
Hold on and get some, boys.
Heck, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?
Like a spider monkey.
Time to get hype, all you cool cats and kittens. Never thought I was going to say that, but that's the first time I ever said that live. And now it sounds stupid now that I say it. But
You're embarrassed.
speaking of sounding stupid, say what's up, Darkside Jedi.
What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, it's Tuesday. Shit, I don't even know what day it is.
You know what? I thought today
Oh,
was Monday for the
my
longest
gosh.
time. But Jesus Christ. Also in the house, my man, Manimal. Say what's up, Zach.
What's going on, everyone? Got to go to the shop today. Actually, kind of like a first big week of full new comics, not like a partial week like last week. So we're getting back to normal, man. The comics are coming back out. Things are looking good.
Slowly but surely. Speaking of slowly but surely, our man, Nemesis Prime. Say what's up, Justin.
What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here on a Tuesday night for the CovrPrice Top 10.
The segue guru, Tim TiVo.
That's right. I think my spidey sense is tingling for this list, if that's a little
Oh my gosh, right?
or something, right? And you know what? It's glad to see this list is always
How many
changing.
SpiderMan books does it take to make up a top 10?
11. Once again, this list is brought to us by our friends at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com. You can get a 2-week free trial, or you can wait to the end of this video where we do a drawing, and 4 lucky people are going to get a 6-month full-on free subscription to CovrPrice.com for our 4,000 subs contest. Really appreciate you guys. As of right now, I do believe we're at like almost close to 4,200. I should do a special 420 giveaway. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way we roll. Sorry about that. I was just getting a little bit out of control here. So a little quick housekeeping. This week, live claim sale for Comics, Tools, and Toys will be on Sunday because the shop is actually opened on Saturday and Wednesday, but they're not fully open yet. So Sunday, the store is closed. So I'm going to slide up in there 2 p.m. on Sunday for the very, very popular Comics, Tools, and Toys live claim sale. We'll do it for as long as it takes till these fully open, but they are open on Wednesday. I would say call all your LCSs on Wednesday to see what restrictions there are, if there are any in place. Some are allowing minimum people to come in, or 4 or 5 at a time. So make sure. I know my LCS Comics, Tools, and Toys is getting, like we said, we've been teasing this for a couple of weeks now, man. May 27th, that is the day. This day may come down as a comic book holiday in the future when we look back in 2020, right, where we didn't have new comic books for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
2 weeks, more like 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. It seems like 3 months, to be honest with you.
I'm
I
just
better
jonesing
catch
to
up on
walk
my
into a
reading.
shop. That's all I want to do. Just walk into a shop and just buy some books. I don't care, new, old, whatever.
I've been walking to a shop every Saturday at 2 p.m. for the Comics, News, and Toys live clips. I'm just kidding. Shameless plug there. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get right to it. And what we like to do is run down the top 10. And this week, coming in at number 11, which I should have had the graphic for. I could have swore I had the graphic for it. So let me, you guys say hello to the live chat while I just pop this graphic up right quick.
Sure. I got a lot of people. Got, of course, Mr. Discovery Bay holding it down with the wrench tonight. Dave in the Cave, Sydney Hall, our man Sith Lordly, Chad Crow. He was the first one in here. Good evening, all to everybody. Of course. Who else is in here? Comic Book Mandy.
Oh, right, let's get right to it.
Oh,
I did have the right graphic, but I was looking at it. I thought it was said number 1. It was actually runner-up that didn't quite make the top 10 is oldie but goodie. And you know what? I just bought a near mint copy off of one of the YouTube live auctions. I want to say it was Thorough or somebody, but I got a nice minty clean copy just in time. Look at that. So
nice.
Number 11 on the list is Wolverine number 1. I love this book. Collectors are going back to this first issue of his solo series, which seen a nice uptick on price. It sold 13 copies and had a 7-day trend of 226%, and I had a high sale of $195 for CGC 9.8. We all know that he's eventually going to show up in the MCU. And matter of fact, we if you didn't watch over the weekend, we had a damn near Halt H San Diego Comic-Con with Mikey Sutton and all his birthday scoops.
Dope.
If you want to, I try to compile as many as I can up on the Lords of the Long Box. There is a website. It's in the live chat, lotlb.com. And I put 6 of the scoops there. I'll try to put more on there. You could read the text version. Like we always said, man, like Wolverine, very popular. Obviously, Hulk 181 is not attainable for all folks, right? So what do you always say? We always try to find you the second best thing. And for those who are going to win the CovrPrice subscription, or those who already use it, you see on the graphic, there is a key next to the book, which means that it's a key issue. What's even better is the diamond. If you have a diamond next to yours, that means it's a rare find.
I have 2.
Yeah, I
That's
actually
awesome.
have.
I feel like
one of them is
giddy and shit.
I have one that's a diamond. This is a random X-Men book that I had no idea was somewhat rare. I was like, all right, cool, I'll take it, man. But
cool.
If our buddy King of the Golden State is in the house, so let me just tell you about something. King of the Golden State set a record for a sale. And I already got this, so I'm not
maybe not for a sale, but definitely for a profit.
He sold, people have been talking about this Spawn 165, right? It's a black and white variant. Recently sold on eBay. Well, I think it's on eBay because sites are pulling the data. My man King of the Golden State sold this bad boy for $5,500. I'm sorry, yeah, King of the Golden State.
Raw.
Spawn 185 raw.
Jesus Christ.
He sold it for $5,500,
Damn.
and he only paid $8 for it.
Keep digging in them long boxes.
That's how you go digging in those long boxes. My man King of the Golden State killing it. You guys go peep out his channel. He's killing it. He posted on Instagram a while back. Then he made, and for those, I don't know this book. I don't know why
that's like
it's so
finding
expensive.
free money.
Yeah,
that is. But it goes to prove, man, you got to know what you're looking for. He knew it was rare, and when he found it and paid $8, sorry to that comic shop who didn't know.
Wow, yeah, right,
man.
Holy shit.
These heels is littered in gold, man. Oh man, but yeah. So Wolverine number 1 comes in at number 11 or the runner up. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. What's number 10 on the list, guys?
So number 10, we have Ultimate Fallout 4. So like we see a lot of times with our weekly top 10s, there's usually like a theme that goes through, and you're going to see a recurring theme throughout this one as well. Kind of been a recurring theme for the past couple of weeks, to be honest with you. But obviously first appearance here of Miles Morales. He's probably one of the best and loved characters out of the last decade. His value is just skyrocketing on a weekly basis now, with Raws now averaging around $200. It sold 31 copies, had a 7-day trend of 103%, and had a high sale of $600 for a CGC 9.8. And then on May 25th, a 9.8 sold for $696. So you're talking a jump of $100 in the time span of what, a week?
Didn't Otto win the variant in a raffle or something?
Yeah. I think it's like a 92 or 94.
The Marco Djurjevic variant.
Yeah, it's like a It's a very expensive book.
What's about time, man? I like this character. I really like Into the Spider-Verse. And if you've been following Lords and all the scoops we've been doing, there's been a lot of stuff. And over Saturday, we talked about it, how Sony and Marvel are working together to make a Spider-Verse film. There's going to be Silk is going to be on Disney Plus. They're talking about it. They want to put Miles Morales. They want to put a bow tie on everything. They want to bring back Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst to say goodbye to the first Spider-Man. You know what I mean? They don't really care about Andrew Garfield, but they want to say bye to Tobey. So it's kind of the same thing with multiple Spider-Verses, because obviously Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst are going to be a lot older. So some way they tie that in. So I can see why these books are getting hot. And you know what? Spider-Man has always been, for DC, you got Batman. For Marvel, it's always been Spider-Man as far as Rogues Galleries and all the key issues. Everybody loves them since Spider-Man. Anytime we drop Spider-Man news on the Lord's channel, it always gets tons of views.
Oh, Spider-Man is, if you look at when you do those sales and the auctions, when Spider-Man books show up, it's all over.
And look at how popular he is. That kid just got himself bit by a spider, hoping to gain Spider-Man.
Is that real? Was that real? That kid went out? Oh my god, dude! I at least want to hope he radioactivated that spider first, though.
He did it. It was a Black Widow too. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna become Black Widow.
I was like, man, this poor kid. So maybe, who knows? Maybe once he hits puberty, it'll kick in, man. And we'll be all. Now, hopefully,
it's like you see people get electrocuted and stuff. It's like, yeah, this is how villains are made, but you never see any.
Don't try to be the Joker villain, by the way. Don't fall into a vat of chemicals. So I don't know what's going to work. All right. Number 10 on the list is Ultimate Fallout. Number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. So make sure you stay to the end, boys and girls. That's when we're going to do the raffle drawing, okay? 4 winners for the subscriber giveaway. So just hang tight and enjoy the fun while we're at it. And speaking of fun, what's number 9?
Well, this is the only book on the top 10 that's not part of the theme. So Darth Vader.
Spoiler, come on, man. Make them watch.
Hey, it's still, everybody likes to know, but they don't know the books.
Aphra.
Yeah, man. First appearance, Dr. Aphra. Even though she's not capturing what Ahsoka Tano is doing right now in that Clone Wars #1, which is hitting well over $1,000 in 9.8s, both in the.
Has this character even showed up on a show or series or anything?
No, pure comic book, man. Okay. Remember when it first came out? It was just all comic book. It was all organic. Yeah,
awesome.
But she's definitely moving quite a lot of books, and prices have been going up. Remember, this is the first character that's been created for the Disney Marvel combination taking over Star Wars. So this is definitely a book to have. So even though nothing's confirmed yet, a lot of people have been specking on this, both by fans and even myself. The last week she sold 30 copies, had a 7-day uptrend of 116% with a high sale of $225 and a CGC 9.8 for this regular cover. And then don't forget, this did go to 4 printings, and there is a 1 in 25 Salvatore de la Roca variant, which is really hot as well. So this is definitely a book that you could see something in the future, because she's getting her 3rd series that actually starts this week, the new #1.
Yeah, actually, I just read it today. And like Justin said, it's very much, she is like the original character, and honestly, she's one of these ones who keeps getting ongoing series for the Marvel Star Wars series. Even characters like Chewbacca and these other ones are getting miniseries, and Aphra's getting 30+ issues. So there's a popularity with her, and I know Justin and I are both big fans of her supporting cast, probably more than Aphra, but the early issues of the first run of Aphra are great, man. They're great.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with this. And you got 3, you got our cover appearance with 2 other first appearances right there on the cover, as well as the interior. So BT 000 as well. So see what happens.
I'm surprised this isn't the variant, right? The variant is.
Hey, it's tougher to get though. That's why.
Yeah, it's definitely more than 225 or 9.8.
Yeah. All right, so number 9 on the list, boys and girls, is Darth Vader #3 from 2015. Number 8 on the list is
number 8. We got Amazing Spider-Man number 550 from 2008. So this one kind of ties in a little bit to an announcement we got with Jackpot. Not necessarily a Jackpot appearance in this issue, but it's the first appearance of Menace, who a lot of people are specking might be a villain in a potential Jackpot movie. So this is more of a real harsh spec book here. There hasn't been any information about this character, but people are just grabbing it up. Sold 24 copies, had a 7-day trend of 151%, and had a high sale of $26.25 for a near mint raw copy.
Wow, look at that. I have never even seen this, man.
Brand new day, man. That's one more day, brand new day. Those were some horrible storylines, in my opinion.
Is that when Mephisto did something and wiped everything away? And there we go. So it's
super convoluted. It was all to like retcon the Civil War of him like revealing his identity and all that jazz.
There you go, man. If you want it, it's $26 for Raw. So number 8 on the list, Amazing Spider-Man, number 550. Although the cover art's pretty dope. I dig it, man. All right, number 7 on the list is
Amazing Spider-Man number 4 from 2014. So as Zach was saying, of course, with the most recent announcement with Jackpot, we also both have Nightwatch and Silk. This is the first appearance of Silk, as she was mentioned, but we also mentioned this back in 2018 as an announcement, and is also being developed theatrically. This has been a huge book with Cindy Moon's first appearance as Silk in this issue. Even though everyone says that the first appearance is issue number 1, you see her, but issue 4 is the first time in full appearance. But last week, tons of sales on this one, 35 copies with a 7-day uptrend of 144% and a high sale of $150 for a 9.8, with raw copies averaging about $70 and one near mint selling for $100. And this one also does have a variant, guys. It is a 1 in 10. And there's also a store exclusive for this, I will tell you, and it's actually from one of my shops here in Jersey. Conquest Comics had a J. Scott Campbell variant for this as well.
Nice. You just picked up the Ramos variant not too long ago.
Yeah, because Saturday noon actually went live.
Right. That's when it was.
That's right. Saturday morning I went live as part of Mikey Sutton. This was a pre-scoop jam scoop. And Marvel is talking with Sony to get Silk series for Disney Plus. So there you go. Long rumored that Silk was coming, and it was kind of obvious because in the Spider-Man world, there's very few protagonists. There's a lot of antagonists. He's got tons of villains, but as far as
no one really has staying power as a protagonist with Spider-Man, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we end up movies like Madam Web, Jackpot, and stuff on Sony, because the pickings are slim. I mean, Silver Sable, Black Cat,
tons of anti-heroes. He's rife with anti-heroes for sure.
But if you think about it, Punisher debuted in Spider-Man as well. I mean, Venom,
Morbius. You're looking at all those, man. Those are all, even Black Cat. I mean, that's an anti-hero.
Yeah. So if you think about you think about Punisher, it's funny how Sony doesn't have the rights to Punisher, if you think about it, right? I mean, well, I guess that would be Lionsgate or whomever had the movie rights before Sony did. Remember, it had those awful Punisher movies?
Right,
well, there was one good one.
Whoa. The Thomas Jane one was good.
That's what I was saying. There was one good one, and then there was the second one was just
unwatchable.
But it was just really like over the top violent, like extra violent for no reason at all. And I forgot about Dolph Lundgren. There was 3.
I was just gonna say, Dolph Lundgren one is a classic for me, though. I love that.
Well, it's classic because it's bad. That's
so bad.
So, all right, number 7 on the list is Amazing Spider-Man. Number 4, the first appearance of Cindy Moon, aka Silk. Or is it Cindy Moon first or Silk same time? Whatever, man. I don't want to get too.
Somebody in the comments said Cindy Moon first appearance is number 1, but
they retro that. It's like her shadow. It's her getting bit, as we were talking pre-show, is that she gets bit in issue 1, but you don't see her. It's similar to this, like you only see her getting bit, and then in issue 4 she's finally revealed of who it is.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure there is a preview or a point 1 somewhere that somebody's talking about that. It's
there's a commercial back on TV.
There was a poster of her in the back of somebody's van or something. All right, number 6 on the list is.
So number 6, we have Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day 2007. Swing Shift number 1, Director's Cut. So we've been talking a lot about the Jackpot first appearance, and this is what we got right here. So news is made that Jackpot's first appearance here, as I might mispronounce this, Sarah Eret, in the 2007 Free Comic Book Day Swing Shift book. It sold 15 copies, had a 7-day trend of 381%, and had a high sale of $22 for a raw copy. So you want to talk about some value on a book? This is a free ass book that you might have made some money on.
Nothing better than free,
right?
So for those who don't know, there was an announcement that Jackpot was being made, and it was also by Mark Guggenheim, right? Doing that one as well. So there you go, man. So even though Sony may be sold or selling off their Sony Pictures Entertainment, Sony Columbia stuff, they still got to go on and make things as such. I know the Madam Web stuff is interesting because they're saying it's going to be a young Madam Web. Hey, speaking of which, Mikey Sutton in the live chat. Hey, Mikey Sutton, happy belated birthday to my man's Mikey.
Happy birthday.
Mikey wanted to join the live chat because, that's just how we do on Lord sometimes. And Mikey's got an actual little scoop that he's going to drop in the live chat. We're dropping scoops in live chats now, boys and girls. So I'm going to give him the cannonball right after we do the top 10, and he's going to drop it in here and we'll talk about it. So nobody knows yet. Mikey literally just sent me a message while I was doing this. Like, hey, Mikey, come on, man. Let me do my job. I take my job serious. All right. So anyway, number 6 is the Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day 2007 Swing Shift Director's Cut variant. Man, I would like to slab this just to see all that on the label because that's a mouthful. All right, number 5 on the list. We're halfway there, boys and girls.
Yes, we are. So we talked about Silk. We talked about Jackpot. So how about this? Web of Spider-Man number 99. This is the first full appearance of Nightwatch. And even though his first appearance as Kevin Trench as his alter ego is in Web of Spider-Man number 97, first full which sells for about $10. The Web of Spider-Man 99 is his first full appearance as Nightwatch. This issue is the collector issue that is basically putting towards people. I would get this one instead of this 97. Has sold 28 copies in last week. 7-day uptrend is 274% and a high 9.8 sale for $112. So if you find it in under $100 or right around that, go out and buy it, guys. So what do you guys think? You think we could see Nightwatch and maybe a Cindy Moon or?
Well, remember this book started getting warped because when Sony came out and made those random announcements like, oh, we're going to do Madam Web, we're going to do this, that. Nightwatch was one of the properties that Sony says that we're working on simply because they don't, like we just said, they're somewhat slim, so might as well. I mean, so it'd be interesting to see where it goes. I would imagine these used to line dollar bins everywhere, but I think the first time people heard about the Nightwatch stuff, it started picking up, and then now with the new talks about it. And like I said, the floodgates are opening because more and more people are starting to come to work, or who knows, man, I don't know. They're eavesdropping on Zoom calls because a lot of these studios are doing everything through teleconferencing. So who knows, maybe somebody just like, hey, I heard this and it's going to happen, but be careful always, as we say, buyer beware. But number 5 on the list is Web of Spider-Man number 99. And just that costume right there is just super 90s, man. Just the
that whole cover is super 90s. Awesome. And the only thing that would make it more 90s is if it was chrome or shiny.
Yeah, right.
And had pouches.
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't even gonna talk about that dude. That dude is straight tripping, dog. But we'll leave that for another time, man. But anyway, number 4 on the list is.
So number 4, this isn't a glitch in the Matrix. This is once again Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day 2007 Swing Shift number 1. So the one we were looking at earlier was the director's cut, but this is actually going to be the basic one. The director's cut had a larger trend percentage, but this version sold more and also sold 4 more. While this is the first appearance of Jackpot, it's important to note that it's also the appearance of our favorite villain, Mr. Negative. It sold 26 copies and had a 7-day trend of 297% and had a high sale of $49.99 for a near mint raw copy. Wow. So, Mr. Negative is kind of a very modern Spider-Man villain that has been picking up steam. I know he was present in the video game. A lot of his villains are very older villains that everyone's used to. But I would say Mr. Negative is probably the newest, most interesting villain he's had in a very long time.
I just really like this cover. I really dig it, man.
It's clean.
Yeah, it is clean. I like wild white covers, classic Spider-Man swinging. And what's interesting is there was a free comic book variant. You know what I mean? And things have gotten crazy to where, by the way, Free Comic Book Day is not free to the retailers. They have to pay for these to give them away to you guys. So that's, it's cool that they sprinkle in some cool stuff for collectors every now and then. And we missed out on this year, right? I mean, it's another thing we totally missed out on. Maybe maybe they can make up for it. You know what I'm saying? And
I heard July.
Really?
Yeah, I heard they were pushing it to July, possibly.
Well, yeah, it probably, because you have to think comics stopped in like early April, maybe end of March. So we're still on that backlog. So it'll probably come out sequentially as it was supposed to.
I mean, they were all ordered in like January,
they're sitting on a ton of them, so they got to do something with them. You know what I mean? So that would be cool if they could do it again, man. That's a major thing of the hobby that we missed out on too. So hopefully we're getting back to some normalcy, man. I don't know what we're
They
halfway
usually
there.
set up a
So
lot of stories. Like any of these free comic books, especially like
Right.
Marvel and DC, that usually sets up an
events.
event for going forward for a couple
And
months.
Marvel has a big summer event coming up too.
Yep. So it'd be interesting to see how things. I mean, I really think that the comic book collector really has an attachment to their comic shops. I think once comic shops open again, I think it's going to be gangbusters. I think the sales are going to go through the roof, as you should. Comic book collectors.
Mike on his big to do on his Instagram post today just kind of scanned tomorrow's selection, and just watching him go through all those new books had me tingling, man. Like I was ready to go back to the store, and I haven't bought a new comic book in 2 years.
Oh, I was there earlier this morning. I was rolling around naked in all the comic books.
Well, I want
those books.
Yeah,
I want the TiVo bodily fluid variant.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure we can splooge that out for you. All right, so number 4 on the list is Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Day 2007, The Swing Shift. Number 3 on the list, boys and girls, is
Ooh, we're talking a jackpot book. This is Amazing Spider-Man Presents
hit the jackpot tiger.
Number 1. So this book is a little of the trickle effect of the jackpot news. While there's nothing particularly notable about this issue, it does have a pretty badass cover. I was
going to say that's a dope ass cover, man.
This is done by David Yarden, and it did sell 27 copies last week with a 7-day uptrend of 347% and a high near mint plus sale of $16.99. I'm sure your comic shops are loaded with this book in their set boxes because it's a one of 3. So yeah. So good luck in trying to find this book anymore.
I don't think I've ever seen this in person either. I've never ever seen this. She looks very Deadpoolish though. I would guess if it looks like Lady Deadpool, the black and white costume, but I'm pretty sure Rob Liefeld will want to take credit for that. But all right, so number 3 on the list, boys and girls, Amazing Spider-Man Presents Jackpot number 1 from 2010. We're almost there, boys and girls. Number 2 on the list is
number 2 is Symbiote Spider-Man number 4. So this is the Greg Land's second print, and this is a long one here, so bear with me. Let's get into the numbers here. It sold 13 copies, had a 7-day trend of 1,745%, probably the highest ever on the CovrPrice top 10. Had a high sale of $152.50 for a raw copy. This book was selling for CovrPrice since its release back in September of 2019. Then as the copies dried up, sellers began listing this as rare and having a low print run, and prices began jumping from $53 to $60 and then to this 152 height. Then copies started showing up mixed into the Walmart value 3-packs, which sellers began calling this as a Walmart variant. It's not. A Walmart employee reached out to CovrPrice to mention that these 3-packs are only available at super centers, but not to all carry comics. So while this print run is not as rare as it once was thought to be, it should still be relatively small when you compare it to the first print. As sellers rushed to list their copies found at Walmart, eBay became flooded and dragged this down to $60, with lower grade copies selling for $20 to $30. So that really crushed the market there a little bit. Also, it's worth noting that other than being a great cover, which is often enough of a reason for a book to spike, there's nothing notable about this issue. Sometimes a book can shoot up out of the blue with no news, no content, no first appearance, and then suddenly appear at Walmart and then be able to ride the waters of an eBay flood. So this is an interesting one. I mean, it's very rare that we get these books that, have no first appearances, have no, it's not a variant necessarily. It's just a random book that low print run got crazy and people just wanted it because other people wanted it and couldn't find it.
The look of the cover, I think, has a lot to do with that too.
Oh yeah.
If it was a horrible cover art, I don't think it would matter as much.
Let's be honest. It's random bloggers and sites calling them Walmart variant. Stop it. They're just selling other copies of it. It's not a random, I'm glad CovrPrice said that, that for what it is, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like a Whitman variant. No, it's not a variant. Whitman repackaged it. And so it's not a variant, unless it says variant on the cover, which all Marvel books do say now, by the way, but it doesn't. So
it's very much one of those issues where people wanted it and then no one knew why other people wanted it. So they had to get it. And then everyone's just on top of each other.
Yeah.
I think this is really coming out of the whole, all these Venom variants, because Venom's second, third, fourth printing of all those books. I mean, we've seen the Venom 3s, the 5s, the Good Son second print I've seen blown up. It's just insane. That's what it is. And then someone just saying it's rare and low print is just making all these other ones go higher and higher.
Be careful what Donny Cates tweets about. He is a good hype man for his own stuff, and they don't always necessarily pan out, meaning it's just based on his story run that he makes sound like it's the epic end all until next summer when it's the next epic end all. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, good for you selling books that that you're writing on, but as a collector, you should be, weary of these, because if you can wait, because eventually they'll drop down. There's certain issues that are first appearances as such and such that continue to go on. Or if it's a Spawn 185 that's very rare and you find it for $8, that's something. Damn, James, that's still crazy, man. Kudos to you, bro. That's I can't believe somebody.
Hey, even the sun shines on a dog's ass once in a while.
Wow. James has a very tanned ass then, amazing fan. He does, you know what? But he puts in the legwork. He digs all around the Bay Area.
He definitely does. I can't believe how many posts he has where he's got at least 10 or 15 books in a stack week by week.
And James was nice enough to put his Amazing Fantasy 15 in our 4,000 subs giveaway. All right. So the moment you all been waiting for, boys and girls, number one on the list. I wonder if it's Spider-Man related.
I don't know. Tim, you want to take this one, or you want me to take it?
Go ahead, take it, man.
All right, so we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 546, another brand new day storyline. This is the first full appearance of the second version of Jackpot, aka Elena Jobson. The Deadline article does mention both versions, though it doesn't specify which one the film will focus on. Amazing Spider-Man 546 is seeing the biggest gains right now. It is worth noting that this issue also is the second appearance of another villain that we talked about, Mr. Negative, and the first appearance of the villain Freak. Not going to happen. It sold 41 copies last week, a 7-day uptrend of 730%, and a high sale of $69.99 for a CGC 9.6, though there are a lot of raw near mint copies hitting $55 out there. So, and then there's a cool cover as well. They've done some a lot of things with, like Zach said, Mr. Negative could be a villain as well as this Jackpot character. So
it's just amazing to me because it's such an awful storyline. It's
horrible. It's actually one of the most reviled storylines.
Yeah, it's like Dan Slott was like, people were just like not criticizing him like crazy, but it's just love in the time of corona. It's just people, any little bit of news and things are going to pop. And so if you think Jackpot is the next big thing coming out of Sony Studios, then these are the books for you. That's all I'm going to say, but it's kind of refreshing to see different things in the top 10 list and how people react to it on the type of news that drops. So we'll see if any of the scoops that we dropped over the weekend make any movement next week. Typically they already did. Nova was all over the place, but check out coverprice.com, because not only on the top 10 list, they have something called movers and shakers that also show not necessarily, this is more of books that are selling high percentages and a lot of quantities, whereas the movers and shakers could just be like a James book will end up probably being on movers and shakers, books that jump incrementally a large amount for money for one book. You always see Hook 181 in there, but we'll get right to that, boys and girls, in a second. But my man Mikey Sutton is going to drop a little scoop for you in the live chat, and we'll see how this works out, because you know what you're going to get? You're going to get this.
Ladies and gentlemen, could I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
All right, Mikey, go ahead and drop it in the live chat. I don't have any graphics because you just told me this, but this is a Mikey Sutton, Lords of the Long Box live chat exclusive. That is so weird in the times that we're living, where we have scoops dropping in the live chat. I think you guys will like this. It's Avengers related, and it's also how should I say this?
And we won't be reading it though. So if you're not able to read, you miss out on the scoop.
I'll try to repeat it, so if it's on podcast later, that we can talk about it.
No, Tim, punish them for their illiteracy.
Moon Knight to the Avengers.
That's right. MCU wants to put Moon Knight along with the Avengers, so we're talking about Moon Knight coming over, crossing over from Disney Plus onto, because I think they finally realized that people are thirsty for Moon Knight since it's been like spec'd on forever and ever and ever now. But there you go, because if you look down the road, there needs to be a lot more new Avengers. Hell, on our scoop that I do believe it was Manimal and I, right? We talked about they want to bring Luke Cage as part of the Avengers as well.
I'll actually, a little spoiler alert. Avengers issue that comes out tomorrow. If you're collecting Avengers, you are going to love it, especially if you're a Moon Knight fan. It is an awesome issue. Moon Knight at the forefront, crazy powerful, looks like a little bit of change in his character. You need to check it out. I was really enjoying Jason Aaron's take on Moon Knight and the stuff he was doing with them. So, we've said it a ton of times that the comics are kind of showing you the way. You see the comics reflecting what's coming out in the movies, and Moon Knight showing up in the current Avengers run, that should be telling you something.
That's right. I mean, I saw that cover you're talking about. I saw that cover you're talking about, and I think it's some story arc. It's something Khonshu, right? So I really hope they're going to go back to its Fist of Khonshu roots, because I, for one, didn't like the crazy 3-piece suit Moon Knight. I want full on.
You'll like it, Jim. Yeah. There's a Fist of Khonshu battle.
Did you read it already?
The Iron Fist, of course, son.
Look at you, Mister. I get shit early.
Yeah. So nice. Every Tuesday night, he's going to be dropping his comic book reviews on Lords of Light.
There you go.
All right, boys and girls. So there you go. We're going to have more for you this tomorrow. Mike's going to give me more in-depth scoops. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're going to go live, but because not only that, but we're going to break down the long-term spec list that we talked about over the weekend. So we're going to do a Nova film franchise long-term spec list, as well as a Sword long-term spec.
Can we please get Otto, because on Mothmot or whatever the fuck?
Yes.
He needs to.
We're just going to give him all the messed up names. We're just all the Egyptian names, everything you think of. Maybe throw some Scottish words in there. Shakiarla. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Gaelic. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. The moment you've been waiting for. I'm going to make you presenter, or how does this work, Zach?
I'll just screen share.
All right, cool. So
just for the best.
We're going to do the giveaway now for the CovrPrice.com giveaway. We're going to run this 4 times. So there will be 4 different winners. And hopefully you guys have all entered. How many entries do we have?
Let's see. Can you all see this on the big screen? Or I think you
just put it up.
All right. So let's do it. Random comic book picker. Got the YouTube. We're going to filter this. We're going to add specific text, which is
hashtag LOTLB.
There was a question. There was a question in the live chat earlier that asked if someone who wins who already has a paid subscription, will they get 6 months on top of that paid subscription?
That's a good question. I'll ask them. I'm pretty sure we could figure something out.
Okay. All right. So we got 73 people.
71. Congratulations. Good luck, everybody.
All right. So let's do. How many are we gonna pick? We're picking like 4 of them, I think.
4. Let's run it 4 times.
All right. So first one. All right.
Chris Wynn is a winner.
Nice.
Chris Wynn. Make sure Chris Wynn. So I'll need you guys' email address. What I do is I go back to the old video and I'll typically reply back to your comment. So hopefully you guys can give us your email address. So Chris Wynn is a winner. Number 1. Let's do it 3 more times.
Right. Next up, hopefully it doesn't pop up again. Doubt it. Chris Fenwick.
Another Chris.
There we go. Love and knowledge you guys bring with this list. LOTLB 4000. Thank you so much.
You guys want to watch the video on YouTube so we don't say the name before the actual video shows up.
All right. So next
Chris
up.
Wynn and Chris Fenwick so far.
Yes. And going for another one.
If it's another Chris, I'm breaking my computer.
Oh my God, it'd be crazy. Nick Arcea.
Wow, congratulations.
Nice.
So that's Chris Fenwick, Chris Wynn, and Nick Arcea. Last one, boys and girls.
Last but not least.
You're going to get a 6-month cover price.
Full-blown subscription.
Heck yeah.
I don't know if I'd say full-blown. That sounds kind of AIDSy.
Oh, that never happened before. You can't have 2. What are the odds of that? All right, we got to pick again.
It in twice.
So I mean, he gets a year.
He gets a 12-month.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Tony Beltran.
Wow. Congratulations, Chris Wynn, Tony Beltran, Chris
Chris Fenwick.
Chris Fenwick. All right, congratulations to you all. I will
Ooh, that was very trippy.
That was.
It's fun.
All right, so I will message you guys if you guys are in the live chat. Make yourself be known. Sorry, Brandon. See, you guys, you have to put in the hashtag. It's very easy rules. Like the video and make sure you're subscribed. So if you guys are watching this now and you won and you didn't subscribe, you better go subscribe right now. So make sure it happens. So tomorrow I'm going to work on, I've been slacking because I've actually been busy at work at home. Can you believe that? I can't believe that when somebody calls me from home and makes me work. I'm like,
how dare they?
Jeez, man.
What are they thinking?
I'm going to put together long-term spec list. So we'll drop it tomorrow. I don't know if who's going to be available. I think Otto is, maybe Manimal and Dark Side Jedi. But all right. So we will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. And we will also do, you know what? Here, let me go full screen because I actually have some of the goodies in my possessiones.
Ooh. Show and tell right now. Oh, I see slabs.
This is part of the giveaway. This is a Amazing Spider-Man number 362. This is signed by Randy Eberlin. This is 9.8. This one is awesome. This is from our friends at Rocket Comics, by the way. This is signed by 6 different people, and that's a Scotty Young cover, 9.8.
Really cool.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
This is from the Big To Do. This is 9.8. First appearance of Bloodshot, signed by Bob Layton. We also have a Hellions #1 signed by Mike Mayhew, which is KRS Comics has it now, so he's going to mail that to you. Also, the winner will also get a choice of your figure from the geekyswagshop.com up to $200. Up to $200. That's a killer value. Nice. I think Ryan has also got some stuff that he's going to give you a mystery box full of junk. So what I'm going to probably do, we'll probably pick 3 different winners. One will get the one will get the KRS slab, one will get the 2 Rocket Comics slabs, one will get the Big To Do slab, and the grand prize winner will get the Geeky Swag Shop Ryan's box.
He gets the love box.
I laugh, so immature, man.
Box of love.
Yeah, Ryan's, and we'll get the 2 slabs from Rocket Comics. So that's the most valuable one. So, and then the second place will be the Bloodshot #1. Third place will be the KRS Comics Hellions #1. And that's it. We're going to do like 3-4 winners, maybe some more, man. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. We're going to do we got some scoops. We're going to go over the LTS report and this time look at the actual individual comics themselves and see if there's any sales data as we normally rock. And that's it. So we'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Any last words, Nemesis Prime?
Just sub up to 3 Men in the Basement. We have a lot of good videos. We did a live show last week and dropping a video this week. And check out Roger's. He did a quiz with his wife, just like all the other.
That's pretty good.
I'll be doing.
Did she do the best? Did she score the best?
I think she did so far. Yeah,
nice.
I think she did pretty well. So
I think it's
that's all I got. Just sub up to 3 Men in the Basement, guys. If you're not subbed up already.
Any last words, Manimal?
No, just everyone make sure you get out there, back to your LCSs if you can. Help out on the new comic book days. They're all back open now, or hopefully they are, but all new comics coming in, some good issues out there, and let's get this ball moving again.
Anybody else trip on Zach's voice?
Just dude. How's it
like, what was that? Nah, whoa.
What
like, what do you put a filter on your voice? You're like, yo, keep out your LCS.
Yeah. Get out there.
Balls dropped.
Yeah, they must have.
Man, we're all
to the
shocked.
floor. Shit.
So manly. Actually, I did. Any last words?
I just thank you. Happy birthday belated to Mikey. It was an awesome scoop we had over the weekend. Hopefully, we can keep bringing these awesome scoops in the top 10 list. I'm excited for everyone who won tonight. Congratulations on your 6-month subscriptions. Tune in tomorrow, and that's all I got.
That's right, boys and girls. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for some more wacky, good fun. Until next time, keep digging in them long boxes, and we're going to sing you out with the Little Lords of Long Box remix.
Bust it. Shake and bake and pull it back. Oh my God.
Come on and get some, boys.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve In this you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this you shall know that the Lord is In this you shall know that the Lord is
Go on and get some, boy.
What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
In this you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?
Like a spider.